Welcome to the February 11th, 2022 video version of the Wagner Daily. Tonight's video replaces the written commentary for a nightly report. Hopefully it serves as a nice change of pace as well as offers some insight as to how we set up our charts, what time frames and indicators we use. As you can see, we try to keep it pretty simple. We have a few moving averages, volume, and then relative strength line. Moving averages are an 8 and 20 EMAs, 50 and 200 SMA, and we have a relative strength line versus the S&P 500. Price action is king, volume is secondary, and then we use the moving averages to guide us with our entries and exits. All right, in tonight's video, we're going to go over a few broad market averages, then open positions in our model portfolio. Finally, we'll take a look and see what's out there in terms of new setups. First up is the NASDAQ composite. And it was a rough day for the market overall. The NASDAQ composite gapped about 1.7% lower, bounced off the 8-day EMA, rallied to the highs of the prior day's high, overshot it by a bit, then came right back down. Thursday's move cleared the prior high, so there is a higher high in place for the second time. Here's the first higher high when price pushed through that level, and we have a second one in place with a higher low and two consecutive higher highs and higher lows. For us is a sign of a trend reversal. However, we'll just have to see if the NASDAQ can hold above this uptrend line here, or at the very least hold this 13,800 level. For now, though, the NASDAQ is below a declining 20-day EMA. Now is not the time to get aggressive on the long side. And on the S&P 500, there was no higher high, so we still just have one higher high in place with a higher low. And as you can see, the price action is sandwiched in between the 50 and the 200 EMAs, and it can just continue to chop around in this area. And even the 20-day EMA is beginning to flatten out. So all we can say right here is just a lot of chop. As far as open positions in the model portfolio, the portfolio went to cash late Thursday. Sold dark on Thursday when it took out the opening price on a nasty reversal. The stop out was for break even. EPS we stopped out of below Monday's low in the 221 area. PXD didn't officially trigger our stop, but we decided to exit due to the poor close in PXD and the market. For those who are still long PXD, though, place a stop beneath the 220. And CF, which held up fairly well with a decent bounce into the close, but we also exited ahead of our stop around 73.30, and we did this due to the ugly reversal action here and the fact that it does report earnings on 2/15, which is next Tuesday. So we just decided to exit due to the lack of profit buffer with a small gain. As far as potential setups for tomorrow, there isn't a whole lot going on. One to watch on the long side, though, maybe long or short, depending on which way it goes, could be DWAC for a trade. Note the tight trading ranges past 2 days. And the entry would be above the high of Thursday's tight inside session, which is probably an NR7-like day as well. On the short side, FB could be in play. We have a gap down, continuation, and then a bounce. There's a higher high here on Thursday, but with a close well off the highs of the session. So if it were to take out Thursday's low, then we'd look for the price action to roll over down to the very least the 215 area, if not lower. Then we have PTON, which could be in play over 40. Pretty tight action here after a big volume move through the 50 MA. And other stocks we're keeping an eye on right now, but aren't really in play so much. They've had a nice move, though, over the past few days with volume. MU would be one of that, Micron Technologies. Nice rally through the 50 on volume. AOSL, another, broke the downtrend line, then cleared the 50 on heavy volume. Bros is just chopping around in a tight range since taking out resistance around 55. And D-Dog reclaimed the 50-day MA and closed above the downtrend line. Not looking to buy tomorrow, but something to watch over the next few days. All right, that's a wrap for tonight's video. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again next week. Have a great weekend.